so we are going to go ahead and jump straight into this tutorial, and I'm starting by using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. For foundation, I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. I have been loving this foundation lately. The only thing I have to say about it is that it's really hard to blend out with a beauty blender. You have to make sure that your beauty blender is almost wet. But besides that, I love this foundation. It has a really flawless finish. To help cover up my dark circles, I'm going to use this product from NYX. It is a dark circle under eye corrector. So I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes and then blend it out with a beauty blender. For concealer, I'm using the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. This is my first time using this concealer, and I did not like it very much. The applicator was really hard to use. You had to keep dipping it into the product, and eventually whenever I set it, it did crease very easily. I'm going to keep trying to see what my final review on it is, but right now I'm not a fan. I'm putting this on my chin and also my forehead just to highlight those areas, and again, just going to take my beauty blender to blend all that out. To set my concealer, I'm taking the NYX HD Finishing Powder. This is my favorite powder to use underneath the eye. I've never had a problem with it creasing, so that's how I knew that it had to be the Sephora concealer. Now to contour, I'm taking my Wet n Wild contouring palette. This is my favorite contouring powder. Anyways, I'm going to contour my cheekbones a little bit to carve them out, but I love this contouring powder. I go to like NARS powders and try all different types of like high-end contouring powders, but I always go back to this one. It's just the perfect shade and so easy to blend out. So now I'm going to bake that contour, and I'm taking the highlighting shade in that same palette, and I'm using my beauty blender to pack that on. This will just make sure that my contour is nice and sharp. So now I'm going to take that same contouring powder and contour my nose. For my brows, as always, I'm going to go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil and go ahead and do that. If y'all see me look to the side during this video, that's because I was watching New Girl. I have been obsessed with that show lately, so if you see that, that's what I'm doing. To make sure those brows don't go anywhere, I'm taking the Brow Stylist Plumper from L'Oreal to glue them down. So the baking is over with, so I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that off with a big fluffy brush. I love this technique because it just makes your contour look really sharp. It's spring, which means it's almost summer, so I had to bring out this bronzer, and I am going to bronze up my skin with this Chanel Soleil Tende Chanel bronzer just to give my skin a glow. To moisturize my lips, I'm taking this Baby Lips chapstick, and then I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Now for the fun part, the first shadow I'm going to take is from Makeup Geek. It's called Peach Smoothie. So I'm going to use this as my transition shade and put it in my crease. A transition shade basically means that it's your starting shade. You're going to build off of this. So I'm starting with a really light color right here, and I'm going to build off of that into darker colors. The next shade is also from Makeup Geek. It's called Latte. I'm going to take the end of the primer that I use because it has like a flat end, and I'm going to put that on the edge of my eye, connecting to my eyebrow to kind of give me that cat eye effect with my eyeshadow. So I'm putting this in my crease to darken it up. If you don't have anything with a flat end, you can use tape. That's what I usually do, but I already went ahead and did my foundation, but tape will do the trick too. Taking this gorgeous shade from Makeup Geek called Coco Bear, I'm going to put this in my crease to darken it up even more, but really just to give it that red tint that this shade has. This is one of my favorite shades from Makeup Geek. I just love how it's like a burnt reddish orange shade, which I thought went perfectly with this look. So I'm just packing that on the crease and really making sure to blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with my Morphe 35E palette and mix together those two shimmery green shades and pack that on the lid. I end up using my finger to put this on just because the pigmentation is a lot stronger if you use your finger, but I'm just putting this on my lid, making sure not to get it too close to the crease. Now I'm taking the shade Creme Brulee, and this is just a light brown color. This won't add anything to the look. It's just going to help out the blending process. And then I'm going to go in with Coco Bear again just to darken up that shade a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and touch up my lid shade and add a little bit more because I wanted it more shimmery. I'm going to take that same Morphe 35E palette and I'm going to use this white shimmery shade to highlight my brow bone and also highlight my inner corner. For my lower lash line, I'm going to mix those two green shimmery shades and put that really close to my lash line. But this is my favorite part about this look because incorporating those two shades on the lower lash line really makes hazel eyes or green eyes pop. So this is probably my favorite part about this look. Now I'm going to mix Latte and Coco Bear, and I'm going to put this right underneath that green. And again, this will just make your eyes pop and also just tie the whole look together. You want to make sure that you take a blending brush after you do your lower lash line to make sure that there are no harsh lines and to blend out those shades. I went ahead and did my eyeliner, my mascara, and added some individual lashes off camera just to save some time. And then I went in with a blush. This is a beautiful blush from Clinique. It is called Fig Pop, and I'm going to add that to the apples of my cheeks. For my highlight, I used Laura Geller's Gilded Honey, which is a beautiful gold highlight, and I went ahead and added that to the high points of my cheeks. I always like to take my highlight and put it on the bridge of my nose and also on my cupid's bow because it just adds a really nice glow to my face. For my lip liner, I'm taking Kylie's lip liner, which is in the shade Dolce K, and I'm going to fill in my lips with that. On top of that, I'm wearing ColourPop's Lippy Stick in the shade Pinch, and this shade is absolutely gorgeous and it's so creamy and smooth. But that is the end of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.